What's up? I'm RL.
And I'm Jenny.
Jenny and I spend a lot of time together.
And also with family and friends.
But also we like communicating and having discussions with the people in our community.
The everyday people.
So join us on Tuesdays
at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
What's up, y'all?
The Everyday People Show.
Chop it up. I'm your boy RL, and she's your girl who?
Jenny.
From the block.
We have controversial topics.
I came in on this one.
Let me say this. I'm the type of person. I don't like to speak for God. I think when people say I'm saved, I think you out of pocket. I think China is having product outsourced to other countries to get under the tariffs. Y'all do know that, right?
No, they still gotta bring it. Listen, they still gotta bring it to the border.
I'm gonna see they women going out buying black afros,
but don't dare.
And I see your point. You're trying to say that race of women do not try to look like us. We're the ones trying to look like them.
Well, but that's not true. That's not true. Yeah, that's not all the way true. That's
right.
Not true. That is
right.
Not
Thank
true.
you, ladies. I've been trying to make that point. Great guests within our own community.
Well, I won't be into that.
Oh, okay.
I cried it out. I threw it up. Cold, spit. I wouldn't care what you call it. Everything in me that didn't belong, he purged it out in Corpus Christi, Texas, before that book was birthed.
I can't remember the number now, but it's in one of my books. I think I had about $10,000 to my name. I don't even know but it's something like that. And I said, oh my God.
I thought about that. So I'm like, what if he would have pulled that trigger when he got to me? You know what I mean? Because I mean, it was point blank range.
Yeah.
So,
Man,
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We work really well as a team. Like in business, the probably, they don't mix business with pleasure, but I don't know why it works for us. Like,
and lots of fun right there. That trumps a balloon.
And then we got a whole lot of emotions. We can't even cry. We love y'all, and guess what?
Ain't nothing y'all can do.
Ain't nothing y'all can do about it. Peace. And welcome back to Overflow, the I've been saying the everybody.
I was rusty, Mr. Week.
Overflow, the Everyday People Show. I'm your boy RL, and she's your girl who?
Jenny.
From the block. What's up, y'all? What's going on out there? What's going on out there? Say hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
Y'all.
How y'all doing? This, y'all, we want y'all to do us one favor. Just share this live, man. Just share it to your page. Share it to some groups some of those political groups y'all in. You know what I'm saying? All we ask y'all to do is just share this live to somebody who like to be in other people's business. You know what I'm saying? That's true, man. You know what I'm saying? People like to be in other people's business.
Of course.
They're like, sure, I'm just burping and stuff.
That's just human nature. Little children being in other children's business. We're born like that.
And if y'all would like to join us, we would love to have y'all join us. Like I be want some fresh blood on here. If y'all want to join us live, just follow that link strolling at the bottom. Letter for letter, character for character, dot for dot. If y'all want to come join us live, I decided I'm just gonna stop sending it. I think if people want to come on live, they'll come. You know what I'm saying? I'll be sending out the link to people to try to get them engaged, come on live. But I just got to come to the reality that, if people want to support, they're going to support. If they're not, they're not. They want to come on and talk, they come on and talk. They want to just continue to type in the comment section, continue to do that. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But we just glad y'all tuning in. You know what I'm saying? For one thing, we're glad y'all tuning in. We would love to have y'all on the show discussing these topics that we have on, you know what I'm saying? And if you have a book or something, some kind of organization you want to come on and chop it up with your boy and girl, listen, this is what this platform is for. It's for you guys, you know what I'm saying? We just moderating it, you know what I'm saying? So listen, again, share this live with somebody. You know what I'm saying? And today is What's on Your Mind Tuesday. So whatever on your mind, if y'all got a topic y'all want us to talk about. If we know, I know a little bit of something about everything. I don't know everything about nothing, but I know a little something about everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we gonna do it. So if y'all got a topic y'all want to talk about, just type it in the comment section and we'll chop it up, man. If y'all want to come on live with us, it's strolling at the bottom. It's the link to come on live. You are more than welcome to do it, man, because this is Everyday People Show. That means this is your show. So what we're going to talk about in the meantime, between time?
Well, school has started back.
School has started back, and y'all ain't got no sun yet. You know what I'm saying? The sun, I mean, we're in Atlanta, so, I mean, in Douglasville, Atlanta, and the sun haven't shined in 3 days. So I'm like, what y'all, they hiding the sun?
It's not the best weather to start the school year off with, but hey.
I like it. I like this kind of weather, man. I like this lazy weather.
Yeah. It's nice once you go home, but you gotta drive in it, and then you gotta deal with school students who can't get out and play every Saturday.
Say, Negro, you be at home.
It's a luxury for those who don't have to go to work.
Well, I still have to work. I just work inside.
Yeah.
And you working inside too. So
yeah.
How the first well, y'all actually started back. Y'all actually started last week.
Mm-hmm. Last Thursday.
Which is something I want to talk about. Like these schools who be starting school on Friday. Who do that? You know what I'm saying?
Well, it was Thursday for a lot of counties, and I think at least for where I work, it's a half day, so it's not a complete full day. And it's
why do you do that though?
I think the purpose is to wean the students back in,
because I'll be
without
pissed.
it being a full first day right off the bat.
I'm glad they were doing that back when we were going to school. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to go back to school. We started on a Monday. You even bring me in for the one day on a Friday talking about we starting school on a Friday. No, this Friday. This is the weekend, baby. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, I think students probably like it because think about it. You're starting on a Thursday, which a lot of schools started on the 31st. So you that Thursday. So you come in, and then the weekend is coming that Saturday. So you go 1 or 2 days for some schools, like ours, half day. And then Saturday and Sunday, you get to kind of relax and then get yourself ready for that first full day on Monday.
What y'all think? if y'all tuning in, what y'all think about these schools who started school on Friday? You going to school for 1 day that week, and it's on the day you don't want to go to school, which is on a Friday.
What county started on a Friday?
I mean, it was y'all started on the Thursday. It might as well be
a lot of schools started on.
It might as well be a Friday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say, don't let them children enjoy the rest of that week, man, and enjoy the last little bit of their summertime. You gonna drink? I wish y'all, man. I'm glad, man. Y'all didn't do. I'm glad they didn't do that when we were going to school. Bring us in for 1 day on Friday, and you just gonna end my summer on Friday. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
what y'all think about that? If y'all watching, what y'all think about these schools starting school? Would that piss y'all off? If school back when we were going back started on a Friday, and it just one of the best days of the week, you got to end it short. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I personally probably wouldn't like it. When I think about it, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is now. But I wouldn't have. Well, I would have played sick that day. My mama, I played sick of my mama. I'm sick, mama. You know what I'm saying? But going to school on Friday, that wouldn't have never played well back in the day. You know what I'm saying? A lot of kids probably wouldn't even went to school.
Well, the summers are shorter, and so they're trying to make schools year round anyway. They're working towards that.
That would have been a problem too.
No, but they right. But we grew up in that time when you had a full 3-month summer. Not anymore.
Yeah,
it's slowly chopped down. Like
you
days.
Also got to understand we didn't have no winter break. We had Christmas break. They got Christmas break and a winter break now.
Because
like, what are they doing?
So the point of that is to get it to be year round. You know, you got to have breaks. If you're going to have a school system where it's running year round, then you got to give those extra breaks to kind of make it fair. So it's almost like you're getting the summer break time split up over a calendar school year.
So it's almost like they gotta break every season.
Fall break.
They get a break every
Thanksgiving.
season. They get a winter, spring,
Then-
summer, and a fall break.
Then Christmas break, then winter break, and then we have a few days like teacher work days and stuff
y'all
like
share
that.
it live. Y'all want to comment on this? Y'all can. Or what are some of y'all back to school memories that y'all? What's some of your best back to school memories?
My favorite back to school memory was going shopping for new school clothes and supplies. I love that. That part for me was like the highlight of just going back.
Yeah, I like the shop. I remember going shopping with Mama at Kessler's and
Yeah.
the Bootery. Y'all remember the Kessler's? Y'all remember we used to go shopping at Mama used to take us shopping at Kessler's. Y'all from Atlanta shopping at Kessler's, the Bootery. What some of those shops? That before they had malls and all that stuff. That when everybody used to shop downtown. You know what I'm saying?
Did y'all go to Kmart?
Yeah, we went to Kmart.
Yeah,
We went to
Kmart.
Kmart was like right up the street from Bankhead Court.
Yeah,
So
Kmart.
yeah, we lived in Kmart. You know what I'm saying?
and sometimes we get stuff from like JCPenney, stuff like that.
Yeah, Kmart. What another one of those departments? Those Zayres. You remember Zayres?
I do.
You don't remember Zayre? You just saying it.
No, we just didn't shop there, but I remember like the main stores like JCPenney, Kmart.
Yeah, before they had malls and stuff.
Yeah.
We shopped downtown like Kessler's. Like
I remember
said,
Kessler's.
I know you remember the Bootery.
I don't.
You remember the Bootery?
No.
The Bootery, that's where we got the shoes from.
Well, see, I don't remember that.
Yeah, the Bootery where you get the shoes at.
So what were they like?
Or you go to Walters or the Bootery. You know
so
what I'm saying?
Do they sell like name brand shoes or just?
I mean, they had like Buster Browns and Tom McAn's and stuff like that. You remember Tom McAn?
The name,
See,
yeah. I didn't have any though. I didn't own any though. I didn't own any.
Maybe I'm going that too far for you. Maybe I'm going that too far for you.
We just didn't have those. So
how you doing, Bridget? How
hey,
you doing?
Bridget. Hey, girl.
They heard say JCPenney. JCPenney was more.
Yes.
JCPenney was more like a store where you go get like TVs and stuff like that. TVs
they had
and
the clothes.
They had the clothes too.
Of course.
I don't remember shopping at JCPenney. I don't think I remember Kessler. I remember Kessler, Woolworth. You remember Woolworth?
Yes, I do.
You remember Woolworth and
Yeah.
Kessler? That when everything used to be downtown. Downtown used to be
Yeah.
packed around that time. You know what I'm saying? Around school time before they start opening up all these malls, and that really what killed downtown shopping. Because everybody can just get everything in one little area. You know what I'm saying? So it was convenient. You know what I'm saying? So so Kessler's in the Kessler's is where we get the jeans. We get the cheap jeans at Kessler. You get the good jeans at Walters. So I remember shopping at Kessler's because my mama had to scratch the money. You know what I'm saying? She had to scratch the money.
My mom did too.
We was on food stamps and all that stuff.
So your school supplies, where you get those from?
School supply.
All of them.
We got school supplies at now we went to Kmart and stuff like that to get school supplies and stuff like that. Because they didn't have Family Dollar and all that stuff. They ain't have no Walmart and all that.
Somebody said Riches. Yep.
All kinds of shoes. You remember? Yeah. She said, yeah.
Riches.
She's talking about the Bootery. Yeah. Riches. Yeah. Riches.
Mm-hmm.
Riches. Yeah. Riches was kind of like a little high end.
Yep.
Because I'm from the project, y'all. So
yeah.
I don't remember Riches. So y'all might remember Riches.
I remember.
Only time I remember going to Riches is to ride the Pink Pig.
Yeah. I remember Riches. I do.
Yeah, see, y'all, you grew up in the house, so I grew up in the hood.
Yeah.
My mama got one check for 3 children, so listen, she got to make that stretch. So she went to Kessler's and Woolworth, and but I ain't knocking people who was able to go to Riches. Only time I went to Riches was to go ride the Pink Pig around Christmas time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You remember Pink Pig?
I do.
Y'all don't remember the Pink Pig?
I do.
So what are some of y'all fondest back to school memories What are some of y'all memories? Let me see some of y'all memories of
So
going
what
back
was
to school.
yours? What was yours? It was
She
for me
said,
like it was a
everybody
clothes
know how to get downtown
and go to the
and
store.
go to the store. Yeah, I remember. I used to love catching them buses, man.
Mhm.
Ride downtown, the 8 Center Hill. Y'all remember the 8cc? That was back in '9. We had the 8 Center Hill and the 93. The 93 was the only bus that got on the expressway and went all the way downtown. The other buses, they went all through everybody's neighborhood.
Yeah.
But she said we got family discount. Y'all got the family discount.
Gosh, Derek said we just stole.
What Derek said?
We just stole our riches.
We just stole.
Probably you and a
Yeah,
whole
we
lot of
s-
other people.
We stole out of riches. You know what I'm saying? We didn't buy nothing out of it. We couldn't afford riches.
Oh
You know what I'm
my
saying? But so anyway, so what are some of y'all fondest back to school? Remember, one thing I liked about going back to school, especially like when you like going to like from elementary to high school, I want to see the new girls. It's gonna be a whole bunch of new girls. You know what I'm saying? When I graduated from elementary, going to Harper High, the only thing I worried about is seeing a whole bunch of new girls from a whole lot of different places. And that's the only thing that was on my mind. And I wore my freshest outfit that day. I had on my Jordan jeans.
Oh
I had on my. I think my mama bought me some Nikes that year. Know what I'm saying? Because other than that, we had some Tom McAns and some Pro Kids. You remember the Pro Kid, dude?
Of course, I had a pair.
You had a pair. Ooh.
I did. I told you.
I'm talking about those shoes. Y'all remember the shoe had the red and the blue stripes on the side?
And it fell apart
And
after a while.
On the rubber part, it had a red and a
They
and
didn't
a blue
last long.
stripe coming down the rubber part.
They
of it.
didn't last long.
They didn't last long for y'all because y'all see when I was growing up, we went to school. And we came. I'm talking about this in high school. I'm talking about I don't. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get to wear my school shoes until I got like the 10th grade all day. You know what I'm saying? But when the 8th, 9th grade, I had to take them shoes off. Man, my mama still didn't play. You know what I'm saying? My mom said, as long as I got to buy them, you're gonna take them off.
Oh my goodness. I think for me, with going back to school, especially, like leaving elementary to go to high school, I was nervous. Like I was nervous. It was a nervous thing for me. Like
She said, my first time, I like y'all's vibe. Okay, we appreciate that.
Thank you.
Rhonda, Carter, like y'all vibe. Do y'all have we have a YouTube channel. It's the name Overflow, the Everyday People Show with Ariel and Jenny. You can watch us on YouTube Live. You can watch us on Facebook Live, and I think we streaming on Instagram too now. So we don't came up.
Thank you for the compliment.
Yeah, thank you for the compliment. And you know what I'm saying? Share it. You want it? And listen, this is the only show where we just invite people on to come on and talk about stuff with us. So if you want to join us live, follow the link that's strolling at the bottom, and we'll bring you up to talk with us live. Because this is how we roll. You know what I'm saying? This is the Everyday People Show. And if we're going to call ourselves the Everyday People, y'all got to be included in this. You know what I'm saying? So we just really moderating it. So we appreciate it, the compliment. So that's one of my fondest memory about school. Getting to see new people.
I was nervous. Like I was just super nervous. I was always nervous about wanting to know who my teachers were going to be, what classes I was going to have. I didn't even think about classmates. I was thinking about the teachers, the classes I was going to take. And I did appreciate getting all the new stuff to wear and all of my fresh book bag, all that stuff.
Yeah, I rub myself that had nothing to do with school. It had nothing to do with learning.
I want no boys like that.
I want to know what lunch I'm going to eat. You know what I'm saying? A lunch, B lunch, or C lunch. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to eat the last lunch. Called the last lunch. They give you extra because it's the last lunch. Y'all remember? See, y'all didn't see. See, when you're from the hood, you know all these little secrets about. You know all these little secrets about lunch and all that. Like, get the C lunch because if they got some extra pizza, they're going to give you some extra pizza. They're going to get it to you because they don't want to throw all of it away. They might well give it to you. You know what I'm saying? But you eat a lunch, you just going to get the bare minimum because they got to make sure they got enough to feed all the children in school.
Found my lunch card.
Oh yeah, Jen found an old lunch card, man. I was like, well, she still got an old lunch card.
You found. You found. I didn't even know I had it. I was like, wait. It was like it still looked new. I was like, wow.
She said that was too fast. Are all your your platforms posted
somewhere?
Oh yeah. Where they posted that, Jen? I'll definitely check y'all out.
Isn't it when the video comes on?
The link.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what do I? You can go on my Facebook page and probably get a link. But how else can you get on the link? You know what I'm saying?
Through YouTube.
Yeah.
Through the YouTube platform.
But we thank you for your interest.
Post it at the end, maybe.
On what?
So maybe we can post it at the end. But it should be on the YouTube channel. If she just types in Overflow Everyday People Show, it should show up. And then she can subscribe.
Yeah, you can subscribe. And thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So what are some of y'all fondest memory of first day of school? Going back to school. She say Ariel and what again? What's that?
We can just post it at the end.
Yeah, we'll post it at the end of the show. Obviously you must be watching us on Facebook. Yeah, she's watching us on Facebook. Maybe if you stroll down my page, I have a couple of links to the YouTube channel. But I'll definitely do that again. So if you want to, you can go to Overflow, type in Overflow, the Everyday People Show with RL and Jenny.
And then subscribe.
And subscribe. And we should pop up.
Mm-hmm.
I think we known enough.
Yeah, it'll pop up, and she can just
they got us in the algorithms by now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So another one of my memories is like I want to know who homeroom I'm gonna be in.
Yeah, that I was concerned about that too, but I was mostly like classes and who the teachers are.
Yeah, but mostly
the student.
The girls. I want to be in the homeroom with some hot chicks.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Your mind was on a lot of stuff. I was so worried about my grades. I was like, what classes am I gonna take?
That's all grades on the first day of school.
Me.
Ain't nobody
because I had a mama who was gonna be mad if I didn't make good grades.
Listen, when nobody mama no more tougher than my mama when it comes to grades.
I used to be nervous when report card time came. I used to pray going to the mailbox because remember they used to mail it to us. And like at the end of the school year, they used to mail us our last one.
That was.
And I used to be racing to that mailbox when my mama got home.
Because I used to think I was gonna get kept back every year. But every year I made it. You know what I'm saying? I made it.
that was nervous time for me.
But see, that was like they do that. They send that letter like when
I just know
a couple of weeks before school start.
No, I think it's before then. But I just remember going to get my report card and praying and opening up before my mama would get home from work. And I'd be like, oh God, please don't let me have no C's and D's and F's.
No C's, girl, C's. Girl, I was thinking I have a C.
Shit. I was supposed to be A's and B's.
I would have been glad you see. I guess your mama was tougher than my mama, because you know what I'm saying. I would have been happy to have a C, man. I was striving for C's.
I got a D one time. I almost fell out.
I was really striving for B's because I knew A was out of the question. I knew I wouldn't get no. I don't know A I was gonna get was on my hat.
I got one D, and I went to summer school to try to fix that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I went to summer school. I got kept back. I got kept back in my I messed around so much, man, in my ninth grade year that they kept me back. And that embarrassed me so bad, man. I was so embarrassed. I had to sit in that whole year with the subs from last year. You know what I'm saying? So I went to summer school, and they put me back in my right grade the next year. You know what I'm saying? Back in the 11th grade. So I never was a sophomore. I went from a freshman 2 times to a junior. You know what I'm saying? So I said, hey, never doing that again. They ain't gonna embarrass me no more. And I'm graduating on time. You know what I'm saying? And I did. So yeah.
I just wanted a clean, report card so I could have a good GPA. I had that one in my whole high school time. I had 1D, and I went to summer school, and I hated it. It was terrible.
So y'all, we reminiscing a little bit before we get into some more topics. Back to school memories, since this is the first full week back to school for pretty much everybody. The first full week, everybody going back. So we're just reminiscing on some school memories. Like, what are your fondest back to school memories? You know what I'm saying? And another one of my memories, man, like, see, here's the thing about it. When you from and I don't keep wanting to say like we different from y'all.
What?
Y'all might be different. Let me ask you something.
What you mean?
How long do your new clothes last? I'm talking about like at what point is your new clothes days over with? Like, are you back to the old stuff? Because you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I don't know. I think we just so this is why we stretched our clothes. We would buy like outfits where you could change them up, meaning you could wear the shirt and then switch it out to a shirt with that skirt and then a shirt and pants. I will hope not.
When no switching out clothes with your sister, you know what I'm saying? So so I only got like one. I think I had like 1 week supply of new clothes.
Okay. I mean, but the thing is, if you took care of them, it didn't matter. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I had 1 week supply. We had 1 week supply of new clothes, and after that, man, you back to the stuff you had last year. Now, Mama made sure the shoes last at least a semester. Cause you get one pair of shoes, a semester. Well, semester was like semester. Well, we did back then when I started high school. We were doing quarters. We were doing quarters. Then they started semester.
Yeah.
So I got one pair of new shoes every 2 quarters. So what I'm saying, it was what it was, man. I didn't, looking back on it, I never complained about it, because I was happy with what we had. You know what I'm saying?
Did you take care of your clothes?
I had to.
Okay, that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
If I didn't take care of it, I wasn't gonna get nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. But I going back to school was always exciting. I was always, like I say, nervous just because it would be a new setting, new people, and even though we would still be at the same school with the same students, it was still going to be a mixture of, new people that may come in and stuff like that.
Let's get into some more. Let's talk about this new. You heard of the new student? What's your thoughts on the student cell phone ban from classes? I like it, man.
I do too.
You like that?
I do.
Let me play a little bit of it. Let me play a little bit of what I'm talking about. I know y'all heard of the band they got. I'm trying to find this. They changed this stuff, man. I don't know what they're doing. Okay, share screen. I'm gonna play y'all this video when I'm talking about the cell phone ban. They need to do this. They need to make this thing.
My 5:13. Welcome back into Daybreak. Students across the Memphis area are headed back to class today, and for
This
the
in
first
Memphis.
time,
They're
many
doing
will
it in
do so
Georgia, too.
without their cell phone in hand. A new Tennessee law bans cell phones during instructional time. Now, we know this might be an adjustment for you and your student, and while many districts were forced to tweak their policies to comply, we visited a high school where cell phones have been banned for more than a year, a move they say has decreased distractions and increased student success.
Because when you are getting 600 and something cell phones every day, you're going to have a strict system.
A veteran educator, Dr. LaDonna Braswell, considers herself a courageous leader. So it's with that spirit, she and her team at Liberty Tech High School in Jackson, Tennessee, took a bold step last year and banned cell phones.
They're right here.
Okay, so they can't even, they don't even enter this part of the building until they've dropped off the cell phones and gone through the metal detector.
That's right.
Dr. Braswell implemented a similar policy at a middle school where she was principal. And now for the second year at Liberty, cell phones are taken up at the beginning of the day and given back at the end. How did it work?
Seamlessly. It was the best. If you ever ask any of our teachers, and then some scholars, they'll tell you it's the best thing that has happened.
It starts here every morning. The concession stand converted to the cell phone room.
They hand me the cell phone. I put it in here and I give the ticket to, the tickets have the same number on it. So I give one to the scholar and I put one in the bag.
Student cell phones and all wearable devices are placed in a large plastic bag.
Zipped up.
Okay, so they can probably
And then it goes
into a box labeled with the student's fourth block teacher. The cell phone room is locked until the boxes are delivered to the teachers at the end of the school day.
Match the ticket. He'll call this number. And if they match, the kid gets the cell phone.
The first time a student violates the policy, the school keeps the phone until the next day. 2 strikes, it's 3 days. A third offense leaves discretion to the principal.
Our children bought in quicker than parents, believe it or not.
Parents who were mainly concerned about safety.
We had to explain to the parents, regardless of what may happen at the school, the cell phone is not going to be an extra layer of safety.
I think it's a little bit absurd because emergencies do happen at the school.
Memphis Shelby County school parents like Tamara Barnett, who opposed the idea, expressed similar worries.
Sometimes there's bomb threats, active shooters, and, the kids are afraid and they need to call their parents.
The school board just approved a new policy requiring devices be powered off and stored out of sight in a designated location. Austin Hall is an 11th grader who hopes to get around the new rule his mom supports.
I also do understand why y'all are banning cell phones because a lot of students have been cheating lately, ChatGPT taking pictures of the tests and stuff. I understand that. And I understand why y'all want to get rid of that, but I'm still going to have my phone, so
I'm 100% in with there being the ban. I feel like the students are so distracted while they're in school. They have their headphones in, and they're always not focused on their schoolwork. So I feel like the ban would allow them to completely focus.
Focus is exactly what Dr. Braswell says her students have found.
We don't have a lot of distractions and we don't have a lot of disciplinary issues. Our disciplinary infractions were down by 33% just in this first year.
And what the data can't say, but Braswell sees, is kids are connecting.
If you walk by the classroom, they're having small group conversations. You go in the cafeteria, they are talking to one another. They are having school.
Oh, actually having school, she says. Now, Braswell admits it was trial and error at first, so communication is key, which means schools have to.
So what are your thoughts on that? So to me, I think there's nothing bad can come out of taking these cell phones out of these kids' hands. And they need to do high school. They do high school too, because like one of the boys said, he admitted they cheating. So what's the you know what I'm saying? So
it to me, it makes sense to ban them because it is a distraction. I just, the way it is for me in my mind, when we were coming up, if there were any situations that happened at schools, I mean, in all honesty, at that time, parents, all they could do was wait to hear from whatever source to find out what they needed to do. But I mean, those situations are rare. few and far between. And even when they do happen, you got to keep in mind, if you're talking to your child on the phone, that's not going to protect them. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
not. You know what
And I
I'm saying?
get it. They want to hear their child's voice and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
they got to keep in mind that there's nothing that they would be able to do about it anyway.
Yeah, but worry. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
It's kind of like a crutch, you know, just to be able to know.
Christy Johnson Hughes say hi, Jennifer.
Hey, Christy.
Jennifer. You know what I'm saying? Not hi.
Hey, Christy. Wow. How you been? Yeah, so I think we have to, think about, like, really what is the purpose of them having a cell phone in class, because if you're learning by, watching and listening to the teacher, you're taking tests, you're, whatever the text that they're using to learn, what is the purpose of the phone being in their possession? What do they need it for?
Yeah.
They don't need it.
Yeah, because I think a lot of the older kids are afraid because they know they've been cheated.
Yeah.
And it's hard to just adapt to learn, you know what I'm saying, to go back to how it used to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where you gotta really read the textbooks and get the information out of the textbook.
Right. And I mean, and then the students sometimes get into situations where they're recording stuff that they shouldn't be recording, like stuff the teacher is saying,
Yeah.
and then they post it. And granted, teachers should be on their best behavior while they're handling their classes, but it still creates situations where they're doing TikTok videos. I've heard of schools where kids are uploading things and stuff while they're actually in school from their phones, like, and it can create a lot of problems.
Yeah, so I support this student.
Me too.
Cell phone ban, but it need to be across the board. It need to be from, you know what I'm saying. If they can find a way to do it, probably they need to find a way to, like, scramble the Wi-Fi to where only the faculty can get the Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
Because them kids be on GPT chat getting answers, and you know what I'm saying. They're not really learning. They just putting it in the chat.
Right.
GPT chat and get it. And the only thing they're doing is copying and pasting.
Right.
They're not really learning nothing these days. They're not really they don't know how to research.
Right.
Like we used to have to research. We got to go through books and read we got to read a whole doggone book just to get one answer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And we had to really think about it. So if you're getting all these AI generated answers, then they're not really learning. It's just copying, and
Exactly.
And it's taking away problem solving skills and critical thinking and stuff like that. So I'm all for the ban. I just think it's best because it's a distraction anyway, because they could be in their phone not just necessarily for trying to cheat on their work. They're trying to socially do things, and that's just not the time. So
if y'all watching us on Instagram, y'all can find us on where y'all can comment. Y'all want to comment on us, y'all can find us on YouTube, Overflow, the Everyday People Show. You know what I'm saying, with RL and Jenny. So I like this across the board. You know what I'm saying. And the lady say the parents have the biggest problem. The parent had the biggest problem with it.
I think I know why. A lot of parents today are very like needy.
What you mean?
They're like helicopter parents. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to.
What's a helicopter?
Helicopter parent is a parent that's hovering over their child and want to know everything that they're doing. They want to know what's happening with everything with their child. And it's crippling because our parents had to have faith. We had to have faith for our own kids, because it's like, I send you off to school. I pray, trust God, you're gonna be fine. And if you hear about something, I mean, there's nothing you can do but just hope and pray. Just like during what was it, that ice storm that we had where kids were staying overnight at school.
Yeah.
I mean, there was nothing you could do but just wait it out. I mean, you couldn't worry about if that you could get in touch with them. You just understood what you could understand, and then when you got your child, you got your child. But it's just a generation that's a little different. A lot of people put their faith in the access instead of just trusting, well, they'll be fine.
And it's easy for us to say that, but
Yeah.
because we didn't grow up in that era where
Yeah.
we didn't have a pacifier. Cell phone really like a pacifier.
Yeah.
We didn't grow up in that era where we had cell phones, so
Right.
you can't miss what you never had. So in that
True.
respect, so I kind of see. I would thought the kids would have been pushing back more than the parents, though. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, and I'm not against the concern of parents being able to reach their children. I think it's just they have to look at the bigger picture. You know, when your child is at school, generally they're safe. They're in a classroom with other people, and I mean, if and at the end of the day, if something did go wrong, they would not allow the parents to come in anyway. You know how like when there's threats and
yeah.
stuff, they would still have to wait outside. They would still have to wait until the school is evacuated or students are dismissed. And so it's a crutch to just be able to I want to hear their voice, and I promise you I get it. It's just more about like we have to realize that we have allowed technology to just make us so dependent on it that we don't see the bigger picture of it's better for them to just be in school without that distraction because it's only so many hours of the day.
And that's another dynamic we got that old heads like myself got to take into account when it comes to this phone ban.
Yeah.
Number one, we didn't have cell phones.
Right.
Number two, we didn't have these shooter threats like
Right.
they got now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We didn't have these threats. We didn't have all these shooting threats like they got today's time. So I can understand
Right.
the kids need a pacifier and the mama need to know what baby ate because
Right.
we're in a different world than we was growing up.
That's
so
true.
I try to keep that in perspective when I'm talking about this stuff like that.
Mhm.
Even though I would want the cell phone ban for students, I understand why parents would fight against it because
Right.
we just in a different world.
Right.
And
And
it'll
it's
be
a safety
yeah.
thing in their minds, and
It's a comforting.
it's a connect. They want to be able to connect.
It's a comfort thing. Like if something does happen, I want to be able to communicate with my child in
Right.
real time. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I get
So
that.
I get that. You know what I'm saying? So I can roll with that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So what are y'all thoughts on the cell phone ban? Are y'all with it or y'all against it? What else we got here? We're gonna talk a little about this judge, man.
Oh, Judge Hatchett.
Judge Hatchett, she dropped the charges. Why do you think she dropped the charges? I
She
mean,
probably was tired.
Okay.
And when I say tired, I mean like when you are dealing with the lawsuit, it is so many steps in it, and it can drag out for weeks, months, years. It can be draining. She probably got tired. I mean, they never said why. I don't think they ever said why she dropped it.
Let me play this video. She might say why in the video.
New developments in the sexual assault of TV judge Glenda Hatchett. Now a judge is saying she has to pay up. Channel 2's Karen Greer has been following this closely, and you have the judge's order, Karen.
That's right, Linda. Judge Hatchett planned to sue former Sheriff Chris Cootie and the Georgia Sheriff's Association for the sexual assault that
Chris
occurred at a
Cootie, he
reception
sound like
for the group's
sexual
winter
assault.
conference. But she said the trauma she endured was too much, and she just wanted it all behind her. So she dropped that lawsuit and was ready to move on.
And he poked me. It's in the heart of Georgia, right? And I did not take offense to that. But then he grabbed my breast, was squeezing on my breast and rubbing my breast.
This is video from our interview with Judge Glenda Hatchett in August of 2023. Hatchett recounting the incident that started the lawsuit against the Georgia Sheriff's Association and former Bleckley County Sheriff Christopher Cootie. Hatchett was attending an event at a Cobb County hotel.
It was a reception for the Georgia Sheriff's Association, and I was there as a guest.
Cootie pleaded guilty to groping Hatchett and resigned. Months later, Hatchett filed suit against the sheriff and the Georgia Sheriff's Association. Her attorney, C.K. Leffler, spoke to us today.
We believed that the Georgia Sheriff's Association had some culpability, some liability from a civil standpoint, because this was a Georgia Association event. There were likely Georgia Association sponsors. He was a Georgia Association member, and it was at a Georgia Association conference.
But Heffler says they withdrew the lawsuit because Hatchett wanted to put the whole incident behind her. And now the GSA has asked the court for her to pay its attorney fees and expenses. Judge Massey in Morgan County found Hatchett's claims lacked merit, and he moved to award the GSA's claim for fees.
The judge ruled the way he ruled. But this is not over because, of course, there's going to be a hearing on this. And Judge Hatchett does have rights still.
Now, I did reach out to the attorney for the Georgia Sheriff's Association, Kelly Moore, who was not available today, but she called Hatchett's original lawsuit frivolous and said they are looking forward to a decision on the amount of the award August 18th.
Man,
sounds like she was tired. Like, she said she wanted to put it behind her, and she just probably ran out of steam. I can only imagine the mental energy she had to continue to put out to deal with that.
Yeah, I understand that, but don't you want to see justice though? You want.
Of course.
I mean, if you make that claim, I think that's something. When it comes to sexual assault, when you make that claim on somebody, I think you gotta see that through.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And because they're not going to go away. If he sexually assaulted you, you're not going to be undone. Right. Because you dropped the charges. You know what I'm saying? Sure. That's my thing. But I'm not her. I don't know how she feel. Maybe she tired of going back and forth to court about it.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like she was just exhausted from the whole thing. Because to just put it behind her means she was just done. She was just ready to be done with it.
And you got to understand, she's I don't know what kind of judge. I mean, she was a judge, so she's seen many cases, and she know how long these cases can go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I hope she's doing it, because she really feel that way. I hope she's not there dropping the charges because she don't think she has enough to win or something like that.
Yeah, well, it seemed like they deemed it as like not almost like frivolous or something.
Yeah, they said it's frivolous charges.
Yeah,
but for the heart to go this long and all of a sudden just drop the charge, and I think the man pleaded guilty.
Yeah, he admitted.
He said
to
he
it.
touched the little girls. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I don't mean.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can think of that would make sense is that she's just tired. It could be emotional for her. She just don't want to deal with it anymore.
Well, I don't know what women go through when they get that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's
and then
up,
it could be
brother?
some other things.
What's up, Alex? What's going on, my
could be
brother?
other things we don't know, but it sounded like she was just tired.
Yes, so she said she was just tired. Maybe she should have said I was tired of going drag in and backing out of court with this. But I know you're not tired because if he did it, he did it.
Yeah,
it ain't gonna go away because you dropped the charge.
That's true. And I think saying I'm ready to put this behind me means I'm tired. Like I don't want to keep going through all these different things to get to the end of it. I mean, for her, it was like it wasn't worth it. But I think the bad part about it is she has to pay. Because sometimes there are contractual agreements where they have those clauses where it shifts the fee.
Well, I wish her the best, man.
Yeah, me too. She looked like she was really affected by it, like bad.
Yeah, I heard she went to Harper though. I heard she's an alumni of Harper High. If I'm not mistaken, Judge Hatchett.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I heard she went to Harper High School. Your alma mater.
Yours.
Let's talk a little about this cancer thing. Let's play a little bit.
Studies show an 11% increase in colon cancer among younger adults. It took the life of Black Panther star Chadwick Boseman, and some doctors suspect it may be the type of cancer Kate Middleton's been fighting. Now 47-year-old Dawson's Creek star James Vanderbeek says he's been dealing with that diagnosis too. And as Allison Hall reports, it's believed that there are a number of reasons why it's now affecting younger patients.
What's going on? 47-year-old James Vanderbeek is in the prime of his life, and yet he's one of the 150,000 Americans diagnosed with colon cancer this year. 10% of those cases are people under 50.
We are seeing an epidemic in young people being diagnosed with colon cancer. I'm seeing about a patient a week under age 50. We never, ever saw this before.
Black Panther star Chadwick Boseman succumbed to the disease in 2020. And many believe 42-year-old Princess Kate could have been treated for colon cancer, a diagnosis she has not confirmed.
What's the reason behind all of this?
There's several possible causes that we're exploring. Are we taking too many antibiotics, processed food, vending machines as a child, too much red meat? Also is associated with the higher risk of colorectal cancer.
James Van Der Beek rose to fame starring on Dawson's Creek.
What if this time is different?
He also starred in the film Varsity Blues.
We gotta suck it up, we gotta put one in the end zone.
And competed on Dancing with the Stars in 2019. The father of 6 went public with his private cancer battle after he says a tabloid was going to out him, telling People magazine, "I have colorectal cancer and have been taking steps to resolve it with the support of my incredible family. I'm in a good place and feeling strong," he says.
Studies show colorectal cancer is now the leading cause of cancer death for adults under 50.
Why do you think that's hitting younger people now? Because now they say they asking people to get their colon checked now, and they like 40 something now. It used to be like 50 something.
Mm-hmm. I think it's the food, as they were saying on that news report. The foods that the children are eating now is like almost daily and weekly compared to what maybe years ago we grew up on. Like the excessive hot dogs, a lot of hamburgers,
Processed
which is
food.
red meat,
Yeah.
right? So kids are eating a lot of hamburgers. Adults are, that are young adults now, they have come up in a generation where they are eating a lot of fast foods that we probably only got like maybe once a week, if that.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah, so it's just years of processed food just backing up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now it's just like my grandkids. They eat a lot of McDonald's and stuff like that. And sometimes I feel bad when they say, "I want some McDonald's, I want to," you know what I'm saying? And I pull over there and get them some McDonald's. Sometimes I feel bad about it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it because you know what I'm saying, you don't want to feel like you're contributing to their health in a negative way. When it could be different, like maybe get some fruit or a salad. But most children don't want that.
Yeah,
they're accustomed to junk food.
They're accustomed to junk food.
Yeah.
They're accustomed in us growing up, we ate a meal every day. We ate a real
Home
meal.
cooked.
Yeah, a home cooked meal.
Yes.
Like pretty much every day of the week.
For
Except
sure.
for like the weekend. We had some church of chicken on Friday night.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. It is definitely the food. I know just from working with young children, a lot of times parents will send in their lunch boxes, all processed snacks, and then depending on what's being served in the cafeteria, they may have like hot dogs, hamburgers, stuff like that, pizza, and all that stuff adds up. You're eating this every week, and then the kids are with their parents, and they're going to all these after school activities, and it's easy to stop off at Chick-fil-A. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to stop off
Yeah.
and get McDonald's. So what was a once a week treat for us is a daily thing. Like they eat this stuff more regularly than we ever did.
Yeah, and people don't know how dangerous this fast food is.
Yeah.
They won't tell you how dangerous this fast food is, and the government not going to fight against them because it's all come down to profits. Profits gonna always win out, man.
Right.
When it comes to profits over your health, the profit gonna always 9 times out of 10 win out.
Right.
So the constant eating,
Like daily.
eat daily, just eating just junk food
I see
every
it all the
day. You know what I'm
time.
saying?
Yeah. I see
Just
it all the time.
all the time, just eating junk food every day,
All day.
all day, every day.
All
You know what I'm
day.
saying? And it
Yeah.
just when you're young, you don't think this stuff
Right.
gonna come back to hurt you,
Right.
but you just training your body to, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
accept all these toxins and stuff like that.
Right. And even as we get older, we have more control, to say, I know this isn't good for me, but we still get trapped into it. Like the food is addictive. And so you find yourself, you eating it more than probably you should. And then if you don't have other things happening like exercise and, doing other things to keep yourself in a lower risk factor, it just makes it difficult because it's just more of it now. We are so busy, we're always eating out somewhere. When I say we, I mean just people in general. And then the doctor mentioned antibiotics too. So I don't know if they're prescribing more antibiotics unnecessarily, but sometimes that probably can play a factor.
What is now? I keep saying that generation. I just think at this day and time, people popping.
More prone to disease and infections now than we were because it's just more stuff out here. Like it's more all these new things come out all the time where it's like it's a new strand of this, it's a new strand of the flu and all that. And so then depending on the doctor that they have, if they're taking antibiotics at a very young age, body becomes resistant to it over time. And it's a lot. I think it's everything that we put inside our bodies, and then we're dealing with just stress of life. And I'm not surprised that we see a higher rate of it, and it's scary. I can't imagine having a diagnosis like that, but it's definitely something that we have to consider. That's why we have to talk about healthy eating, in places where we know it'll make a difference, because the red meat is a and then if it's
And it
grilled
seems like
too, that's even higher risk factor.
it what?
If it's grilled too, red
For
meat.
real?
Yeah. Because well, it's the carcinogens in it that it causes like cancer.
And what? The
The
chocolate?
carcinogens. I think the combination of especially if you talk about hamburgers, and then the whatever comes from the charcoal, it's just they call it carcinogens, and it increase your risk for cancer in general, not necessarily colon cancer, but cancer in general. And then you keep in mind, hot dogs have nitrates in it. Processed lunch meats have nitrates in it that causes cancer. So you put all of that together, that's a recipe for a high risk for cancer. So it's sad.
I think it's all about moderation. I think when you eat too much, when you eat it all the time, I think that's when it become a problem. When you just constantly eat junk every day, like when I was when I was on the job, I was like eating out every day. Wendy's. You know what I'm saying? You think, oh, you got some lettuce on it, we eating healthy.
Right. I get it. Lettuce and tomato. I healthy.
We think we eating a hamburger with lettuce and tomatoes on it that is healthy. You know what I'm saying? If you take the meat off, it's healthy. You take the meat and the bread away, it's healthy. But you know what I'm saying? It's
yeah, I mean it's definitely it's an epidemic of unhealthy eating. I mean, we all been there. I know I went through a period where I ate probably way more processed foods than I knew better to eat, but it was convenient. It was about timing. If I had energy and time to cook, it was a lot of things that played a part. But then when I realized, hey, this is messing my body up, I need to just switch it up and find healthier routes. And it's just you have to plan to have healthy lunches to take to work and stuff like that, or to even cook at home. You have to meal prep. It's a lot. Vegetables and fruits, when they're fresh, you got to make sure you eat them up before they go bad. So it's something to adjust to.
yeah, it is. And
It is.
And the funny thing about eating healthy is the more healthy the food, the higher the cost.
Well, it's a trade. You're trading.
But I think all this stuff plays in. You know what I'm saying? It costs more. It costs more to eat a raw apple than it does to eat a processed apple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You would think just a regular apple you pulled off a tree is cheaper than an apple that they don't did something to. You know what I'm saying? Like
Modified. No, I get it. But it's like it's like that old saying: an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Like if you shirk on this end, you're gonna pay on this end. The better to pay the money on this end for the healthy foods than to pay with doctor's visits and medical care and all that stuff. It pays off, you know. And I think the older we get, we have to really be careful because you're more to higher risk as you get older. So I think it's the food. I think they're right. It's the food and those antibiotics they said. Let's see.
Okay, we should be back now.
Okay, that's been on that end.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're back. Well, y'all, if y'all tune in, we're sorry for the technical. We're having some technical difficulties here. So we apologize for that. We're going to try to, let's go ahead and talk about this. I hate talking about this, man.
No, you love it. You love it. You know you do.
But I hate talking about this man. You know what I'm saying?
It's a thin line between love and hate, and I think you love this man. That's what I think.
We're going to talk a little about the many distractions of Donald Trump. Like, I don't know if y'all saw him post a video of him having Obama arrested. So this is his new distraction. His newest distraction is to going after Barack Obama to take attention off of what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So let me play this. I don't know if y'all seen
It was my
this.
first time seeing it today. My
Look,
first
man,
time.
The man's stupid, man.
Yeah, I heard about it, but
it's almost comical.
It is.
It's almost like we're in a make-believe world or something with this man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like we're in a make-believe world with this Donald Trump dude, man. Let me play.
Under fire, Donald Trump has turned to trolling Barack Obama with a bizarre AI video as he tries to distract from the Epstein files firestorm. Here's US correspondent Miley Hogan.
US President Donald Trump has shared a fake video of former US President Barack Obama being arrested. The video appears to be manipulated footage of an Oval Office meeting that took place in November 2016 between Obama, then the president, and Mr. Trump, who had days earlier won the election. The digitally altered video shows FBI agents bursting into the meeting, pushing Obama to the ground, then putting him in handcuffs. The fake video then shows Obama in an orange jumpsuit pacing in a cell. The video follows allegations from Trump administration officials that Obama and members of his team manufactured intelligence that Russia interfered in the 2016 presidential election. Democrats have labelled it a politically motivated move at a time where the president seeks to redirect the conversation from the Epstein files.
What are they hiding from the American people?
release the files.
While exactly 1 year since Joe Biden dropped out of the 2024 race, his son is making headlines, offering a new theory about why his dad struggled.
So,
Listen, look, let me just say this. The video looks fake.
yeah, but the fact that he's a okay, y'all. Since we having some technical difficulties tonight, for some reason the internet keep shutting down. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna end this and we're gonna get back with y'all when next Tuesday.
Yes.
We'll get back with y'all next Tuesday. We thank y'all for tuning in.
Yes, appreciate everybody.
But unfortunately, we're gonna have to abruptly end this broadcast because the internet keeps shutting down.
Yeah.
And that makes not for a good show.
Right.
So still, I'm your boy RL. She's your girl Jenny from the block. And we love y'all. We thank y'all for tuning in. We love y'all. And guess what?
Ain't nothing y'all can do about it.
Nothing y'all can do about it.
Bye.
Peace. See y'all next week.